Hello everyone, welcome to Career Flight. Welcome to another live session of our mock test. So in the previous session we have done some of the concept, aims and objectives of teaching. So आज हम कुछ basic questions करेंगे of teaching aptitude, simple and pretty easy questions जो कि previous year questions से लिए गए हैं and that will be very helpful for you. Okay, let's begin with our first question. So as you can see the first question that classroom interactions are influenced largely by what? Okay, so classroom interaction mostly you can see it is dependent upon the students devotion towards the subject, students interest towards the subject. ठीक है, उसके basis पर चार options if you see, first one that is students commitment, second teacher centric environment, organizational oversight, and the last one is unsolicited interventions. So based on that, if we see about students interventions or student devotion towards a subject or interest, तो उसके basis पर आपका correct answer है A. Okay, students commitment towards the particular subject or towards anything that he or she wants to learn. Okay, let's go with the second question now. So this one, the emphasis in memory level of teaching is on which of the following? So अगर आपको different levels of teaching ये आपने study किया है, so you know what is memory level of teaching and what are its basic characteristic, and this is very important also. As per questions अगर आप देखते हो previous year के, you will get one particular question regarding either memory level, either understanding or either reflective level. It may be of this kind or it may be of the name of the propounder. कभी match the following हो सकता है characteristics के हिसाब से. So this one is a basic thing. So let's go with the options. First one that is organization of thoughts and ideas. Second one that is seeing of relationship among facts. So we know in memory level of teaching, we just learn how to doing mastering facts, how to learn facts, how to remember and how to memorize facts, and just to recall them when necessary. Okay. So second one can be one option. So you can just hold it. Third one that is systematic presentation to enable quick reproduction. Yes, that is perfectly in memory level of teaching. We do this, we learn any fact or we just we don't understand, we just learn or memorize a fact just to recall it whenever necessary or just to reproduce whenever necessary. Okay, next one is critical thinking. Critical thinking is definitely a no for memory level of teaching. Next one that is mastery of concept sequencing of facts. Yes, that is also probable thing about memory level of teaching. And the last one, segregating one feature from another. No, that cannot be done in the memory level of teaching. For that we need to have basic understanding, basic analysis, so that we can segregate one feature from another. So as per our options and memory level of teaching, its characteristic, we see 2, 3 and 5. These three are exactly the correct option, or like 1 also we can see. So we can see 3 and 5 in B. So that is probably our correct option here. Okay. So 2, it's B. 1, that is organization of thoughts and ideas. Then systematic presentation to enable quick reproduction. And the last one, mastery of concept sequencing of facts. So let's move on to the next question now. Which of the following teaching methods is or are contributive to direct learning? Direct learning is something which you learn by yourself, by your own observations and experiences, and not by any other person. When you learn it by any other person, that becomes passive learning or indirect learning. Okay, so let's just go with the procedures. What are there? First one, team teaching and lecturing. Team teaching and lecturing is our form of indirect learning where you learn by some other person. Second one, simulation and role playing. Yeah, these are also forms of direct learning. Simulation and role playing is something like you are playing the role of suppose a teacher or maybe a doctor or an engineer. So in that way you learn by yourself doing things. So second one is appropriately correct. Third one, lecture with or without use of audio visuals. Now if it is a lecture, you are going to learn it from other person. So that is not a form of direct learning. That is a form of indirect learning. So 3 you can cancel. Fourth is participation in workshop and assignment. Yes, that can be also a form of direct learning. That is, you're participating in a workshop where you are going to do hands-on activities by yourself. So that is probably direct learning. So 2 and 4, and the next is MWCs and heuristics. Heuristics means also by doing experiments that you learn something. So that is probably correct. So we have 2, 4, and 5 as our correct option. Sixth is interactive presentation. That is also again in direct form. That is not the direct form. So as per our options, we have 2, 4 and 5. which is in A. So our third answer is A. Okay, let's move on to the next question now. One is A. Okay. So number fourth, the most characteristic feature of an adolescent learner which determines his or her social and moral development is the. Now we know about the social characteristic, how socially a person, that is an adolescent person, can develop. So let's see the first option, tendency to be aware of parents, from parents. Second one, concern for hero worshipping, for emulating values and standards, mixing up with peers in the neighborhood, and identity crisis. Now, each of the characteristic is based as per adolescent learner only, but here we have the question is about the development adolescent and how he or she socially develops. So, as per that, social development of an adolescent learner happens by like considering a person as an idol and then following his principles, his values, and exactly trying to be the replica of that particular person. So that becomes a particular characteristic for social development in adolescent learner. Just for that, we have B as our answer here. So 4 is B. Let's move on to the next question now. So meanwhile, you can just go on through this answer, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next one, that is which of the learner characteristics will influence his or her perspective in a course of study. मतलब किस तरह से जो लर्नर है उसका जो डिफरेंट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स है, हाउ इट विल हेल्प इन द कोर्स ऑफ स्टडी. ओके, सो फर्स्ट वन, दैट इज लर्नर्स कमिटमेंट. Obviously this will help, we have seen in the first question also, students commitment most probably help in your study. Okay, first one, learners commitment. Second is parents interest in the learner. This is no, you can say no to this. Third is prior knowledge of the learner. Yes, obviously that will also help in the learner's learning, that is to facilitate learning particularly. So first one, then your third one, skill of the learner in the concerned area. Yes, that will also help in your course of study. So we have 1, 3 and 4. Next is family size of the learner, and last one is socioeconomic background. This does not hamper or study or help in your study course. So basically 1, 3 and 4. So our option is A. So in A we have 1, 3 and 4. So number 5, A is your correct answer. Okay, so you can just note down the answers of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we are going to do the next set of questions, that is from number 6. Okay, so this is our next question. Which of the strategies in the list given below will be associated with direct teaching? So last class में हमने कुछ concept किया था regarding direct teaching, indirect teaching, then objectives particularly, what are the different objectives of teaching. So उसको ध्यान में रख के आप इस question का answer कर सकते हो easily. So first one, see that is direct teaching. Direct teaching का मतलब तब होता है जैसे कोई teacher है and he or she stands and gives you demonstrations, examples, आपको explain करे concept को अच्छे तरीके से आपको समझाए. These are forms of direct teaching. Okay, so first one, that is providing examples and explanation, is the exact thing, that is correct. Second one, promoting inquiry. Third one, focusing on concepts. Fourth, giving review and recapitulation. Offering practice and feedback. प्रॉब्लम रेजिंग एंड प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग. सो जिस तरह से जो टीचर के ऊपर डायरेक्टली रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हो, टीचर जिस चीजों को एक्सप्लेन करे, ठीक है, फीडबैक दे, रिव्यू दे, दिस ऑल ऑफ these things are related to direct teaching. So as per that, we have 1 as our option, we have 4, and we have 5 as our option for direct teaching. Okay, so our answer is probably C here. Okay, so I'm going to rub this one. So question number 6, your answer is probably C. Let's go on to the next question now, that is number 7. Which of the following is an online storehouse of all academic awards like certificates, diploma, degrees, marksheets, etc. So इस टाइप का जो क्वेश्चन है वो आपका हायर एजुकेशन में भी आ सकता है एंड इन टीचिंग एप्टीट्यूड ऑल्सो. ठीक है, सो दिस पर्टिकुलरली इज नोन एज नेशनल एकेडमिक डिपॉजिटरी. इसको बोला जाता है नेशनल एकेडमिक डिपॉजिटरी, जहाँ पे आपको सर्टिफिकेट्स, मार्कशीट, रिवॉर्ड वगैरह आपको दिख सकता है. ठीक है, सो 7 पर्टिकुलरली योर आंसर इज D. We'll go on to the next question now. which of the following is a non-conventional learning program in higher education? So as we know that we have a topic of conventional, non-conventional form of learning and teaching aptitude. तो उसके हिसाब से non-conventional क्या है? जो आपका जो regular चीजें नहीं होते हैं, ठीक है? This physical classroom or this blackboard using duster and all of these things are conventional way. Non-conventional जो usually नहीं होता है, ठीक है? So online form that we are doing nowadays, that is a non-conventional way only. So as per that, we have first option, that is Swayam, as our non-conventional learning program in higher education. So that is particularly A. Again I'm repeating, इस टाइप का क्वेश्चन आपको हायर एजुकेशन में भी मिल सकता है एंड ऑल्सो यू कैन गेट टीचिंग एप्टीट्यूड. सो यू नो दैट स्वयं एंड स्वयं प्रभा, ये जो दोनों चीजें हैं, दीज आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन टर्म्स ऑफ टीचिंग एप्टीट्यूड एंड इन टर्म्स ऑफ हायर एजुकेशन ऑल्सो. इससे रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस आपको बहुत दिखेगा. ऐसे समटाइम्स दे आस्क यू द फुल फॉर्म ऑफ स्वयं, समटाइम्स दे आस्क यू अबाउट द डेट और विच मिनिस्ट्री हैज लॉन्च स्वयं. इस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस आपको दिख सकता है. ओके, नेक्स्ट वन प्रॉब्ली नंबर 9, who developed the theory of multiple intelligence? Okay, so this one, multiple intelligence का theory जिसने आपको मतलब इंट्रोड्यूस किया है, that is हावर्ड गार्डनर. ओके, ये डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन है, कुछ इस टाइप का डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चंस भी आपको कभी कभी पूछ लेते हैं. लेट्स गो ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Cone of experience related to teaching learning was suggested by. Now, this was suggested by Edgar Dale. That is Edgar Dale's cone of experience. So we have D as our option. Okay. So ये आपका जो 10 mock questions थे, that were based on previous year question papers. So ये इसका जो basic topic है, that is levels of learning. Cone of experience आपको दिख सकता है after you study about different levels of learning. उसके बाद आपको cone of experience, which is a kind of a means इसको थोड़ा develop किया गया है, जो previous बेंजामिन ब्लूम ने जो दिया था क्लासिफिकेशन, उससे थोड़ा डेवलप्ड है. सो दैट यू कैन जस्ट गो थ्रू. इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट ऑल्सो. जो ये कोन ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस आप देख रहे हो, दैट इज पर्टिकुलरली इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड ब्लूम्स थ्योरी, दैट इज ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट. ठीक है, इससे रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस आपको बहुत दिखेगा. इन एवरी ईयर दे कैन आस्क एटलीस्ट वन क्वेश्चन रिगार्डिंग दिस. ठीक है, सो ओके, दिस वर all of the 10 questions. अगर आपको पसंद आया है, so you can give one like and you can also share our channel Career Flight. और आप हमारे ऐप पे भी जा सकते हो and you can just go on different topics, और आप देख भी सकते हो वहाँ से. And you can also just share it with your friends. And thanks for watching.